Hey everybody, it's Megan. Good to see you again. I'm back to talk about our next take and make craft for the spring. It's this burlap bunny hanging. Super cute little bunny to welcome spring. You can hang it on your door. You can, just if you don't want to do a hanging, you can prop it up just somewhere on a shelf, or a little planter might be cute as well to display. So if you follow along, I will show you how to make it. Okay, so let's look at what is included in your packets. We've got our bunny stencil, we've got some burlap, we've got 2 pieces of burlap. You can leave them together like they are. Got some ribbon, some wire, a pom-pom, and some polyfill. And you might need to, or you definitely will need to provide for yourself either tacky glue to use or a glue gun, whichever you have available. And you might need some pins too. So those are the basics of things that you will need. So let's get started. So the first thing you'll need to do is just first cut out your pattern, then also cut out the burlap using the pattern. So what you're going to do is pin the burlap down underneath the pattern so it stays in place. Just like I did here, I already cut this out in advance, but you'll just put some pins around, and then you can cut out this burlap a little bit easier using that bunny pattern. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use the tacky glue for this. It works pretty well for this, and what we're going to do is just simply start gluing it together, and I'm putting like kind of a lot on here. You probably don't need that much, but for this it's going to be easier because we need to put the stuffing in, so it's going to be easier to do it kind of one little portion at a time, so we can stuff the ears first and then keep going, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to get that stuffing up in there. So we can just put this down. It's a little bit of a waiting game, and then when that's dry we can start stuffing that. So I'm going to put this aside for a few minutes and let it dry. Okay, so once your portion of the bunny's ears are dried, we can then start stuffing the ears. Just get a little bit in there. I did not include this either. I'm using a dowel just to kind of stuff up into the ear because it's hard to reach. You could use a pen or anything else to do this. And that's why it's easier to kind of not glue too far down, so you have room to get in there. Okay, so once you have the ears done, we can keep gluing, glue a little bit further down, and then wait for that to dry. Okay, now I have the next section done down to about the bottom of his head here, glued together, so I'm going to start stuffing that section. And then I think I'm going to just glue down the rest of the body here, but make sure you leave the opening on the bottom so you can stuff the rest of the body, and then we're just going to close that up after that. Okay, so we have the bunny completely stuffed, and then we just need to seal off this bottom part, and then we will be ready for the decorations. Okay, we have our bunny all glued together. I like to leave the ends just the way they are because it looks a little more rustic, so I do like that. Alright, so now we are going to put our tail on and then our bow on. So pretty simple. We're just going to tie the bow first, and then we can just glue it onto the neck. Okay, so I am gluing his bow tie down after I just made a simple bow there. And also tie down his pom-pom tail. And I've discovered that the best way to make this stick really well with the tacky glue is to put this under something heavy and let it dry that way, and that'll stick a little bit better. So I would give it like a good half an hour of drying time under something heavy before you move on to the next step. Okay, and now that our bunny is ready to go, we can just use our wire piece and basically I just stuck it through the ear and kind of like curved it enough so that it won't go anywhere, and just do the same on the other ear. Just stick it right through. It's easy enough to bend. And then you can hang your bunny from door, wall, anywhere you want. Okay, and that's all there is to it. That was an easy craft. I hope you enjoy your cute little bunny hanging. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.